Good morning, guys, from Ottawa, Kansas. I hope you're having a great day. Mine's kind of a continuation of the events that started last night when the little red engine temperature indicator light started randomly flickering as we were driving. It wasn't actually like the engine temperature going up, and then once we got to a stop, I confirmed that there was more than enough coolant in the reservoir. You know, last night it was full when the engine was all warmed up, but we decided just to pull over shortly after it started happening to do a little research and just not push it, because we do have that option. So my research has shown that it could, and most likely is, just the engine water temperature sensor. That's just a sensor. System is functioning properly, but I also have a code reader from our old motorhome, and it's an OBD2 code reader, and I hope it works for this one. I've never plugged it in, but I'm curious to see if there's any codes in the system. Right here is the data link connector, and then this is what a very basic and inexpensive scan tool looks like. It's an OBD2, which means On-Board Diagnostic System 2. There are newer systems, and I'm hoping this works. So all you have to do, plug it in. I have the ignition on. Let's see what it comes up with. Okay, there we go, codes. So it is hooking up with the system. Alright, well, we have a P0253, P0616. Wow, there's a lot of codes on the system, guys. Idle air control, wow. I don't have any malfunction indicator lights, but there are also historical codes and codes that are actually active and present. So it's not too unusual to have a bunch of codes in a system. Alright, well, none of those codes are what I was expecting to find. Yeah, I was anticipating of seeing one, and I have the service manual, guys. It was on a disc, and I now have it on my computer. I was expecting to see like a P0117, but not all these other ones. So all I'm going to do is just erase these codes. Alright, well, that's the best I can do for now, considering we're on the road and the engine's not overheating, and the engine is running great. That's the thing you got to keep in mind with these newer vehicles, and keep in mind ours is an 07, so it has nothing compared to like a 2018 model, is there are a lot of little sensors and electrical glitches that can be a nuisance, but they're also really good for the electronic engine controls. But sometimes you just got to clear the codes and run with it. Let her warm up and get up to temperature. Alright, guys, the temp gauge has settled into its normal range, and there's only one direction to go, and that's forward. Alright, guys, we're trucking down the 35 at about 60 miles an hour. Everything is doing very well. I hope it continues to do well, because this trip to Maine has pretty much just started. We haven't even left Kansas yet. But I know I kind of said this yesterday, but it's just the reality of being on the road, and things happen. You have to live in this fluid state. Making plans can even be difficult. But just, I guess I'm trying to say it sure beats the normal grind, and I am and we are much happier dealing with life on the road. Well, one of the best parts about traveling is getting to hook up with family members across the country.
Well, we finally made it to meet up with my cousin Bethany and her family. This is Olivia and her husband Andrew and my oldest daughter Evie, who loves our tiny home.
Yes. I think you said it about 10 times, playing around
Love your house.
like a jungle gym. Are you ready to live tiny? A tiny home?
It's like a dollhouse, right?
Yeah.
So we were supposed to make it here last night. Well, really, we were supposed to make it here yesterday for like lunch. But then the UPS truck didn't make it, and then we had the coolant light go on. We finally made it to say hi and catch up a little.
It's awesome hooking up with you guys on good terms, not for like a funeral.
Yeah.
Because just the reality with distant family members, a lot of times it's weddings and funerals, and we're all old and married now, so I guess it's the era of funerals.
Yeah, it is.
Oh yeah, we're old.
It's nice to, this is the best part about traveling is it doesn't have to be about funerals or weddings. It can just be like, hey, we're coming through your town. Can we stop for a quick visit and hang out?
We did the math and we spent like 5 weeks in the past 13 months with Dad in Kansas.
Wow. So cool.
Yeah, so it allows for a lot of flexible family time.
It does.
I love it.
Yep.
All right, back on the road.
I thought I'd share a little bit about last night with you guys. We didn't vlog it, but it was kind of a rough evening. Really night. Evening was fine. It was the night. We just have kind of accepted that we were going to have to do some hotels and stuff like that to get out of these hot temperatures since we don't have AC installed yet. And then we had the temperature sensor issue. We pulled off at the Walmart. You guys already know all of that. And very quickly made some realizations that it was just too hot in the rig for Shelby. You guys know this already, that she takes steroids and that they make her very temperature sensitive. And our temperature went from like 87, 88 down to 83 really quick. But then it just stopped and it stayed there for hours till like 2 in the morning. I took Shelby in as soon as we got there around 11:30 I think it was, and she and I got some fruits and vegetables and turkey and snacks for us to have on the road, kind of lunch stuff, and just wandered around. I found a few things that were on our list and kept her cool for a while, and then about 12:30 went back out there and thought, we'll see if it's comfortable enough that we can sit in the car, sit in the truck. It wasn't. We lasted about a half hour and then she was panting again. And so I went back inside. I knew Ben was going to be driving this morning and I wanted him to be able to get some sleep. So Shelb and I went back inside and she has her little bed and she sits in the shopping cart. Gets pretty comfortable. But there came a point where I kind of started to feel awkward about still being in there. I just decided I had to go back out and try the truck again. And the second time I came out, we turned like our little personal fan on for Shelby and put it right on her and actually managed to get her comfortable by about 2 a.m. and we slept. I slept from about 4 to 8 this morning. But we knew we were gonna have to do some hotels on this trip. Now we kind of know like our temperature thresholds. Tonight we're gonna do a hotel room.
Or who knows?
Or we might just keep driving if we...
The truck has AC.
It does, but I have a feeling that yesterday morning we woke up at 5 a.m. I was awake until 4 a.m. this morning. And you really slept in kind of fits, and you know,
it wasn't 20 minutes at a time.
Yeah, it wasn't good solid sleep. And I really think that there's gonna come a point where we're gonna hit a wall and be really tired, and we're gonna want to crawl into a bed and sleep for a while.
All right, guys. Well, it's always easy to just go to fast food when you're, pushing on a road trip like we are. But this truck is so awesome because it fits in a regular parking spot. We were able to score probably the best Mexican food according to Yelp here in Springfield, Illinois. Got a taco salad, steak fajitas, and the restaurant is called Taquito Mora Leon, and it's kind of weird looking down on everybody while they're eating, but in all fairness, they've been kind of staring at us as well. But this looks like an amazing alternative to a fast food joint off the freeway.
These are
Real tortillas? All right, guys, we are done for the evening. Roughly about 650 miles covered today. That's not too bad, I guess. We are on the 80, maybe 30 miles or so into Indiana. It's like 98% humidity, but it's like 74 degrees out. So we're gonna give it a shot instead of a hotel room. There is actually a big significant difference. It's a lot cooler tonight, so I don't think we're gonna have any issues, but if we do, we'll just hit the road. Truck's air conditioned. All right, thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button, and we will see you later.